So one time about this time period last year, after the events of October 7th, I saw the outpouring support for Israel and those involved in the horrific attacks, which made me think that this was a current and sudden event. But after diversifying my social media and news intake from other news outlets, especially those from the Middle East in that region, I realized that this was a long ongoing conflict that lasted decades. This made me realize that news agencies don't always give universal facts. They're not always very objective. Some journalists are subjective in reporting to garner more eyeballs, higher ratings, and ad revenue. All Slides, whose tagline is "Don't be fooled by media bias and misinformation," actually published a media bias chart so that when viewers are watching the news, they can better identify perspectives, their political leanings, and then be more informed when drawing conclusions and forming opinions. So you can go ahead and take a look at this chart and see if there are any news sources that you typically rely on. For me, it's CNN and Newsbreak. You should share this with your family members and see what news outlets they may be using and how that might shift their perspectives and understandings of certain topics. And you should push one another to seek out more news outlets to have a more balanced news consumption, and try to challenge each other to debate an opposing viewpoint so that you can consider all sides of this matter. So, after you've analyzed the chart, what was surprising on the media bias chart? What outlets would you be interested in learning more about, and why? And how can you ensure that online information that you see and digest is reliable, valid, and trustworthy?